Hello everyone, Dorian Grace here. Welcome to my home studio, Grace Manor, located in South Austin, Texas. Today I have a bit of a speaker shootout video for you guys featuring this Diezel VH4 amp. Now before I get into the speaker shootout, I would like to give you guys a little bit of information on this Diezel VH4. This amp belongs to an artist I work with, Tamara Gamez, and about a year ago, she was on the hunt for an amplifier that could really be a good live and studio recording amplifier for her that could keep up with the range of genres she plays. Her last record had songs ranging from hard rock to roots rock, 90s grunge stuff, synth pop, and there's even a country song on the record. And this amp can really kind of tackle all that stuff. Now, with that being said, over the past year, we have noticed that there are some things about this amp, not to say this amp doesn't sound incredible, because it does, but some things that we wanted to change about it to kind of push it more towards the direction of her style and her personality. The first thing being that this amp is inherently high compression and has a lot of bite. It's kind of more a metal amp in my opinion, but it can do a lot of other things. So the first thing we did to try and alleviate some of those issues was change out the power tubes. This amp came with JJEL34s, and we changed those out with 6L6s to start, but we just noticed that they were different sounding, both sounded good, but not really exactly what we wanted. Recently we have put Gold Lion KT77s in this amp, and that made a monstrous good push in the direction that we wanted. It gave us a little bit of headroom, alleviated some of the compression, made the cleaner a little cleaner and breathe a little more. Another thing we did was we traded out some of the tubes in the preamp section. This amp came loaded with Tungsol 12AX7s, and we messed around putting 12AT7s, 12AY7s in certain spots, and that also helped relieve some of the super high gain stuff and compression issues we had. Now on to the speaker shootout portion. So these speakers in here are the 16 ohm Celestion Vintage 30s, which originally came in this Diezel cabinet. This is a front loaded cabinet, and it is also, I can't remember the wood off the top of my head, but it is an exotic wood as well. This cabinet over here is one of my favorite studio cabinets. It is your pretty much standard size 412 cabinet, and I have it as a half open back, but for the speaker shootout, I went ahead and took the rest of the back off to give these speakers a fair shot and make them sound as similar as possible. Now, this is not going to be a super scientific shootout, but for us, I believe we're going to be able to, with our ears, find the characteristics of each of these speakers, what we like and how they sound, versus this. The microphones on here are all SM58s. Again, not super scientific. They're not all the exact year of the SM58s. And this over here on her Diezel cab is an SM57, which do sound a little different, but they're pretty close to the same microphone. That's why I took the grill caps off of these. Now, I have them all a ½ inch from the grill cloth, both cabinets, and I have them aimed where the seam is between the cone and the actual speaker. So I have in this cabinet 4 different speakers. One is a NEODYMIUM Celestion CREAMBACK, the other one is a Neo V-type, and I have kind of a Marshall-y sounding speaker, which is the Celestion 65, and then a very unique speaker that I've come to love over the years, which is a Celestion 90 watt made in England for line 6. It has a very unique sound to it, and I've been using it a lot on recordings. But with that being said, all of these speakers in here, Tamara doesn't know what is what. I do because I mic them up, but for her it's going to be, do you like speaker A, B, C, D, or E? And she's just going to kind of blind test it. So with that being said, I think we are ready for Tamara to play some music for us. She's going to be playing a song off of her record called Riddlin', which is a really good song for a speaker shootout like this. It's kind of a 90s grunge thing, but it does have a very clean guitar intro verse kind of thing. It has some heavy rock, kind of grungy, hard driven sounds, and then a little bit of lead on top of that. So we're going to be using all the different channels as well. So without further ado, I give you Tamara Gamez and Riddlin'. By the way, if you like this video, like and subscribe. And if you like her music, I'll leave links down and below so you can check out her record. Hey everyone, welcome back. That was really cool. I was super impressed by the differences in those speakers. I was actually very impressed by a couple speakers, and there were a couple speakers that met my expectations because I'm used to recording with them. That being said, I did want to note that everything is coming straight in. There's no processing before it hits the board. It's all coming to the same board with the same preamps. The StudioLive 32S that I have here, straight into Studio One. The only thing I did after the fact was kind of matching levels. When I recorded them in, I did record them all at pretty close to the same level, but I tightened that up a little bit for the video to make sure everything was kind of at the same area. Now what I want to do is show you guys what it sounds like double tracked in stereo. So I think this is incredibly important right now because most modern rock stuff is done in stereo. We double track guitars and we pan them right and left. And the reason why this is so important in this video, I believe, is how different speakers with different frequency responses and different characteristics tend to sound maybe wider or a little more narrow, a little more full, or just kind of really balanced. So I'm doing that next, so this is coming up now. Awesome. All right, everybody. Now's the time we've all been waiting for. Tamara's pick. All right, that was a terrible drum roll. Well, we actually kind of cheated a little bit because Tamara actually has two picks. And her first pick was the Celestion V-Type NEODYMIUM speaker, and that was for the clean stuff. And I thought there were several speakers that sounded great clean, but that one jumped out at me as well, especially because she likes kind of the 90s sound, and I kind of believe that that did kind of push that 90s clean tone a little more. And it's also a little more articulate as well. She also liked that speaker on the solo and kind of some of the lead stuff as well because it is so articulate, and I could really, I think out of all those speakers, hear her fingers and her string attack and her characteristic of playing the most out of it. And number two speaker pick for her, which was also my favorite overall, was the Celestion NEODYMIUM CREAMBACK, which was very surprising. I've recorded with it before, but I didn't realize how much I actually liked it till I compared it to some other stuff. It really hit me in the chest, and it really jumped out of the speakers at me and sounded very aggressive. So what we decided to do, I don't know if you can see right here, this Bogner cabinet in the middle. After we did the speaker shootout, we went and picked up a used Bogner 412 and we did an X pattern with the NEODYMIUM CREAMBACK and the NEODYMIUM V-Type. And it sounds absolutely amazing. Another thing that I would like to address as well is when we were trying to figure out the tone from the amp to make the speaker shootout happen, we didn't really try to make each individual speaker sound amazing. We just set the amp to where it sounded best in the room to us, so it kind of gave everything a fair chance and very unbiased thing. So with that being said, we're very happy with the new thing. We've tweaked some of the settings on her amp, and it's just blowing us away. We love it. We think we made a great decision. We got very lucky on that cabinet. That cabinet sounds very good as well. So let us know what you guys think. If you liked our picks or her pick, or if your picks are completely different, let us know. What's your favorite speaker to record with? Anyway, if you've been here this long, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to hear more about Tamara and you want to listen to her music, I will leave links in the comment section below. And I hope you guys have a great one and keep rocking out, man.